Good morning and welcome to another edition of United Way for Southeastern Michigan's What's the Word Wednesdays. My name is Audrey Walker, and today we're going to be talking about diaper need here in Michigan in honor of Diaper Need Awareness Week this week. A few reminders before we get started. Please put your questions in the Q&A box if you're watching on Facebook, in the comments section, or the chat box on Zoom. So we are very excited to be joined today by Miss Veronica Claybrone, founder and director of Metropolitan-Detroit Diaper Bank, and Shadora Ford, founder and director of Destined For Greatness Mentoring. So Veronica Claybrone formed the Metropolitan-Detroit Diaper Bank in 2016, just a few short years after retirement. During the COVID-19 pandemic, the Diaper Bank distributed over 1 million diapers to infants and children. Veronica is a member of the National Diaper Bank and received her dual Bachelor's of Science degrees in Accounting and Education from Wilberforce University. She is a Detroit native, a mom of two, and a grandmother of 6 beautiful grandchildren. So welcome, Veronica. And Shadora Ford, oh, no problem. And Shadora Ford is also a native Detroiter and alumni of Detroit Public Schools. She founded Destined For Greatness Mentoring in 2010 and now serves over 5,000 girls in Metro Detroit. As a community catalyst, she now works closely with her mentees as she once shared the same lived experiences as them. Shadora also leads college readiness and entrepreneurship camps with Wayne State and Oakland University and employs Detroit youth through the Grow Detroit Young Talent Program. So thank you both for joining us today. We are so excited to hear about the amazing work that you're doing in our community. Welcome.
Thank you so much, Audrey. It's definitely a privilege and an honor for both me and Ms. V to be online. And I'll allow Ms. V to lead as we have a wonderful partnership that we would love to tell the viewers more about.
Well, my mission, our mission, is to keep babies clean, healthy, and dry. Can we get the next slide? So what is diaper need? Diaper need is providing enough diapers. Well, it's a lack of diapers, enough diapers to keep your baby clean, healthy, and dry. Diaper need is in Detroit, in Michigan. And I'm sorry, let me put my glasses on. Can we bring this up a little bit? Diaper need is inadequate supply of diapers. There's 1 in 3 families struggling with diaper need in the United States. In Michigan, 45% of children are under 3. 45% of our whole population is under 3. 40% of births are covered by Medicaid. 66% are working moms. Now, these are Michigan facts. 66% are working moms, and they have infants while they're working. 21% of families receive federal child support. However, 57% of the parents relying on child support and reporting, they report to us. We've just done an impact study through the National Diaper Bank. The National Diaper Bank has 240 diaper banks around the country. We have 9 here in Michigan. And of those people that were surveyed, 57% said that they report to work or they're missing work or school 4 days a month due to a lack of diapers because they can't take their babies to daycare center without the diapers. Detroit diaper need requests for diapers from us. We're getting requests of 400 babies per week. Our trucks are out on the road this morning. They're going to 3 different sites. They're hitting 2 over in the Brightmoor, 1 in the Brightmoor community, 1 far west, and then 1 that will be on the east side later this afternoon. So they're at the diaper distribution for 1 hour. They're there half an hour early. We get 100 people that come through. or more each week. Out of those 100 people, some of them have, well, right now, because there's not a lot of money in the system. Well, it's in the system, but it's like the check in the mail. So I know there's going to be more funding for diapers, but right now we're the continuating source after the pandemic. So we have seen our numbers almost triple. Normally we have 100 to 110 families. This morning at the first site, they have 105. This afternoon, they will have 200. And when they go to the east side later on, they will have 110. So our numbers are growing drastically because of the need. So the need here in Detroit is really a big thing. Shakora, I'm going to tag you on the formula need. I know what it is, but I think you know it better than me. We partner together. I work with people that have already been serving babies. They didn't just start. We've been around since 2015. Shadora has been with me. Well, that was before we were incorporated in 16. But Shadora has been with me almost 5 years now. And she's always served babies. And I love working with her because we can tag team each other and make good and sure that the babies have all the things that they need in the community. So take it over, Sakura. You got the formula, be it.
Thank you so much, Ms. B. And as she said, we have this partnership and we value and respect our partnerships so that we could, holistically help the baby inside out, right? If the baby is not good, the mom is not good, and the family is not good, well, unfortunately, there has been a huge need of formula, right? We started Destin For Greatness back in 2010 as a mentoring program to help at-risk girls become productive citizens. And we've done that by successfully mentoring over 5,000 girls. The issues that came on after that was the home barriers that they needed help with. Some girls had babies, some girls had siblings who were in diapers. And I started saying, okay, so how could we do this? How could we make this in a way that it works? And so I met Ms. V, and from there on out, it was not how can we will do this, right? And so in 2016, we started supplying diapers and wipes and sanitary needs. We also started supplying infant formula. There's 13 different kinds of infant milk. There's 11 different brands that's similar to infant milk of Similac. There's Mother's Choice. There's so many different brands and needs catered specifically to these babies. And in 2020, we definitely saw an increase of formula need during the pandemic. And a lot of people saying, oh, just breastfeed. And I won't get too deep, but some women cannot breastfeed. Some women have issues health-wise where they can't just breastfeed. And so it wasn't until I had a mom come in who was recommended to us by Children's Hospital, who said, listen, I've been giving my baby pet milk. It's made my baby very sick. Where do I go from here? And we just started really just putting more numbers in. We have a donor who was like, listen, I want to give some money towards this. And then we also had a vendor. So it was like, okay, great. So we have a vendor, a donor, and a great partnership with the Detroit Diaper Bank. We could make this work where Michigan moms would not have to worry about the babies not being healthy and dry, not having adequate formula. And today it's been a huge thing. We had a crisis of a shortage throughout the pandemic that was followed by a recall because there was the Michigan plant that was shut down, followed by another shortage that has affected many moms. But we've been on the ground, boots on the ground, making sure that these babies have the proper amount of feedings that they need. And I read some research that said in 2014, I think it was, 1 out of 6 babies had an issue, or 1 out of 6 moms had an issue of getting adequate formula for their babies. And now that number has breached during the pandemic to 4 out of 6. Not because moms don't have the adequate time or the money, but because of there's such a shortage. And the only way that they can get this milk is through an organization like Destin For Greatness, who has a relationship with a vendor who can supply these. But the formula need is really, really great. and we'll dive in more. Ms. B, I think you can take it along as in to say who we are.
Okay, and let me go back one step and say this is in honor, and we're doing this because Diaper Need Awareness Week is real. All of you on the line and can help out by taking time this week to do some research and to talk to your friends. It starts word mouth to mouth. It doesn't come through a lot of big fanfare. And that's not necessarily. I find out that most people that hear about us, I think Shadora can agree, is their friend told them, their mother told them. So talk up Diaper Need Awareness Week before we go further. So who am I? Who is the Metropolitan-Detroit Diaper Bank? It's a mobile pantry for infants. Diapers are basic needs, and children with disabilities with special needs. So we service babies from under 3. However, when we start tracking age, we find that we had a baby born in 2016. We found that we had children going to preschool to kindergarten with pull-ups on because the mom did not want them to soil their clothes. Now, the babies with special needs, we were able to find out that Medicare can supply home delivery and many more diapers than we can. We do 100 diapers per child, and we're trying drastically to stay at that level. So when the baby starts getting to be 6 years old, wearing a size 6, then we kind of slow it down to 2 packs, and that's 50 rather than 100, because we want the mom to know you need to start training your baby. But the special needs moms, we will supply their need. And there's such a thing as a donut hole. So if Medicare will pay for it, they won't start coming to them like next week. And sometimes it takes a month or 2. So they can continue to come to us, and we'll add into that donut hole to just fill it until they can start getting the supplies at home. But it's so much joy when they find out they can do this. They're calling me back like, they're giving me 300 diapers for my baby. Oh my God, I'm so happy. So this word needs to be passed. It needs to be put out there that if your child has a special need and has a Medicaid card, please try to look into it. And right now I'm referring people to Aeroflow because they have an easy process to go online and they can tell you everything right away. Incontinence supplies for adults. There's people there out in the community that need the supplies. Either they need the pads just because it's not so severe, but I have some people whose bladder has been removed. So they have totally no control of their bladder, and they're using a lot of supplies. Even though they're buying them, they still don't have enough supplies. And let's be honest, we plan in our retirement plan to go to Hawaii. We plan to go to Bahamas or Cancun, but we don't plan to need any kind of incontinence supplies. So we are that threshold. We have a lot of people that do a lot of senior services, don't get me wrong. But just like the early childhood programs and the people that are dealing with these young children, it needs to be in their budget. I'm Metropolitan-Detroit. I service Wayne, Oakland, and Macomb County. But sharing the wet butts is not a problem with me. So if there is organizations that are on the line today that would like to talk to me, please, we need to talk, because our seniors they're really suffering because they can't go out and be active in the community because they don't have the supplies they need. They want to go to church. They want to have different things going on that they just cannot do. Period supplies is something that we as women and men that are raising women, because there's a lot of dads out there raising girls. And first of all, they don't know what to buy. So they need a big ample supply. So we're in some schools now, and we're supporting that so that everyone can be clean, healthy, and dry. The period supply is a very necessary part. It's been reported, and we have documentation that shows that that girls that come to the nurse and ask for a pad, you won't see them for the next 2 or 3 days because they don't have the supplies at home to come back. And toilet paper is not a period supply product. It's not for diapers either. We actually know that we want to alleviate diaper need in Michigan. Well, we want to alleviate it in Metropolitan-Detroit. There's 9 banks in Michigan, and we're all working together to alleviate it. But the Metropolitan-Detroit Diaper Bank has a toilet training virtual education program where the parents are sat down with our Montessori school teacher, and she teaches them how to get their babies to go to the bathroom. She has little tricks, the Cheerio trick, and just tricks that she teaches them to persuade the child. We give them a toolkit with things that will help them. It has a chart. It has a logbook. So, all of us know if we start a new medication, we've got to kind of hang around the house and see what type of effect that new medication is going to have on us. And it's the same thing. The parents have to know if you're taking that baby out and you're giving them 3 bottles of water or whatever while they're in the car waiting for you to do your business, then you need to take an ample supply of diapers with you. So they can start judging, if I feed my baby before I go, I'm going to need 1 diaper. So that's what the diaper log does. And since we want to put a book in a baby's hand when they're a baby, so they can learn how to open the page, and there's something in there. It's a butterfly. It's something in that book that baby will attract to. So we give them a cardboard book. We give them real training pants rather than underwear that they would leak right through. Toilet training is a trigger for domestic violence, child abuse. I've learned that from probation officers. They have to take children out of the house if they come there and they see a smack across that child's face. We know we have a population of people in Michigan, in Detroit, that are on drugs. So if you're their child, you're at risk. Take it over, Shadora. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ms. V. Definitely vital and important information. And so we actually can go to the next slide. Perfect. So I'll talk a little bit more about consistently just being able to provide formula and basic needs to family. When Destin For Greatness first started in its original state, I was only 19 years old, looking to make a difference in my community by helping at-risk girls. And in 2016, after meeting Ms. V and finding out more about the needs of the families, I began to want to actually be in a partnership of helping build community, because you can build a foundation to a house and then not build the rest of the house, and then there's no house to live in. You can also have a house with a bad foundation, and you'll have issues from that as well. But when you combine a healthy foundation with the building of the rest of the house, then you have a decent home and a great home to live in, right? Somewhere you always want to go and dwell. And so that's what Destined For Greatness, and we strive daily. Our mission and our vision is to see Destined For Greatness as a holistic place where men, women, children, boys and girls, babies can all thrive in the same space. And so that's where we've been pushing the needle. We have clothes and shoes and so many essentials just for people overall, 0 to 99. And our partnership is really, really important. Ms. V does diapers. She does potty training. She actually helps a lot of our girls. And I remember when I started mentoring at this particular high school, and they were like, well, most girls don't come during the time of their cycle, or there are some girls who have issues where they're being bullied. And I'm like, wait, why? Like, what is going on? And I never thought that it would go back to them not having adequate sanitary napkins or period supply. And I leaned on Ms. V and was like, listen, I don't know what's going on, because in my household, when I was a teenager, that wasn't like a concern. It wasn't an issue. And when she started pulling out the facts on me, I was like, okay, right? And so together, we built a healthy partnership that says, okay, these are the things that I need. These are the things that you need. Let's work together and holistically help heal our community. And it has worked. We have seen people who did surveys. We've seen people in the community who said, oh yeah, the diaper bank kept my baby dry and kept my baby healthy. And I thank you for the milk, and I thank you for the clothes. So the togetherness of us providing wraparound resources. We are a resource. We're a major resource here in the city of Detroit, a population of people who are in such a need. And we're grateful over at Destin For Greatness for being a distribution site. We serve every third Thursday curbside as of pandemic. We have been serving faithfully 365 every third Thursday of the month in the parking lot, and people pull up and pick up, and they are excited to pull up. Miss B hadn't been out in a while because she was, in house. We wanted to keep our ladies safe, and so she was in the house working behind the scenes, talking to people, guiding them on how to fill out the forms so that they can register to get their baby signed up for diapers, registering to get seniors signed up. And when she came out early in August during our Founders Fair, they was like, "Oh, you Miss B." I mean, they were really, really excited to see her and to put a name with the face that had been helping them this entire time. And it really was a joy, an honor, and a privilege to see how excited they were to see her at our site. And it was the happiness of our partnership.
And I love to hear that. And I love to see this partnership. It's so great that both of you have been able to share some of these stories, share the need, and share the way that you all have been helping out in the community where it is needed. It's, desperately needed, especially as we talk about it being a basic need. And even going further, really sharing with us not only the need, but then how to take it a step further with the education around it, with the resources to not only provide the diapers, but help with potty training or help with the need of period supplies and that sort of thing. So we do have a couple of questions I want to get to. I know we could listen to stories all day, and I love that too. But one of the main things that I'd love to for each of you to share is just how can people get involved? So how do people, where are you? How do they find you? What's the best way for them to get involved and all of those good details? So Miss V, I don't know if you want to get started with that, and then we'll put it over to Shadora.
Well, we have all of the social media. We're on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. We have a website, DetroitDiaperBank.com. When you go to that website, you can also see how to order diapers. So if you have clientele that needs diapers, they can go to DetroitDiaperBank.com, look for individual diaper requests, and that's how it happens. Now, I do need some support and help. I need volunteers. Oh my God, I need volunteers. We get our diapers by the semi-truck. So we might get 40 pallets of diapers at one time. And we need someone to help us to situate them. We have 20 units over at the New Center U-Haul, which is located right across from Henry Ford Hospital. But we need people to come out in numbers. We need volunteers with the senior program to help get the senior stuff out. We need you to advocate. Please talk about diaper need. It's a real thing. And I take it in the contents of when they do school supply, when we talked about school supplies and the teacher brought it out, everybody joined in. Now you can get plenty of school supplies on any corner. When we bring out diaper need, it will not be an issue. We are also, the Metropolitan-Detroit Diaper Bank is also a member of the Alliance for Period Supply, which is connected to Kotex, the U by Kotex. The National Diaper Bank is connected to Huggies, and they are big sponsors. They give us donations, but we have to pay for the shipping of the donations to Detroit. So advocate for us, volunteer with us, just bring out the awareness of the need, and you can reach me on social media.
Love that. Thank you so much for sharing all of that. We do have it up on the slide here too and in the chat. So please reach out to Miss V. She'd love to hear from you. And then Shadora, how can we get connected with you and your work?
You can reach us at our website at dfgdetroit.com. There is an inquiry listing where you can leave your name and telephone number, and we will contact you. You can also find us on Facebook and Instagram. We're at Destin For Greatness Mentoring on Facebook. Also DFG_Detroit on Facebook, and Instagram DFG_mentoring. You can also contact us at 313-414-3680. We're located at 5555 Connor. We are in the Samaritan Center. We've been here for 12 years, and the legacy is that we're not going anywhere. So you can definitely reach us there. Also follow the link so that you can register for diapers, and we'll see you on our next third Thursday.
Love that. Well, thank you so much, both of you, for sharing more about your work, for doing the work you're doing in the community and taking this on, because we know it's essential to people in our community, and you're both doing an amazing job. So thank you so much. Please, everyone watching at home, please get involved. Check out the links, follow them on social, get out there, volunteer. They told you where to go. You know what to do. Advocate for Diaper Awareness Week and the mentoring as well. So that is all the time we have for questions today. Thank you so much, Ms. V and Shadora, for joining us and sharing your expertise. As a reminder, for anyone in our community who may be experiencing a need, our 211 helpline is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. It includes resources like cooling centers, many which are, have been open throughout the summer, and any other needs that you have that are available in the community. We keep a running list of resources. You can also look up resources in our area by using our database at unitedwaysem.org/211. One of the events that we have going on right now is our Run United virtual marathon that started on September 14th. But there's still time for you to join and support this event. So participants logged 26.2 miles over a course of a month, and we have a lot of fun as we're raising funds to help support students in our community as well. So you can sign up to walk, run, or roll over that 30 days for your virtual marathon. And you can learn more about it and sign up at unitedwaysem.org/rununited 2022. Our next town hall will soon return to have another edition of What's the Word Wednesday's Town Hall. We're talking about the Michigan Energy Assistance Program, also known as MEAP, on Wednesday, October 12th at 10 a.m. So I hope that you'll join us for that. As always, we love sharing information with you. If you want to stay updated on topics or watch any sort of replays of previous town halls, you can go to unitedwaysem.org/virtual town halls. And there is information in your comment section in the chat box below. So we thank you so much, everyone. We'll see you soon. Please continue to be safe and continue to live united.